What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. I want to take a minute in this video. If I don't make this video, then who am I really, to be totally honest with you? So a friend of mine today, we were talking, and she knows who she is. What's up? I don't want to say her name because it doesn't matter. Like, this is not meant to embarrass anybody or anything like that. We were talking today about her social media and how she struggles with the fact that everybody expects her to be a certain way and post certain things and do certain things. And if she doesn't, the likes and views and stuff go down, subscribers go down, people get angry with her. Basically, everything that she's worked for that social media, it starts to go away, right? But the thing is, she still admires people that this one individual that she showed me a video of that they're completely authentically themselves and do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't worry about the likes and the views. They really don't give a shit. But this person just happens to get all these likes and views, like, while they're not giving a shit. And she really struggles. She goes back and forth going like, I really don't want to post this, but I have to post this or I don't get that many likes. I don't get the engagement and stuff. And she worked with another big company that basically was telling her stuff like, oh, if you don't get a lot of likes, take that down. It looks bad. Because like, they basically drilled it into her head that unless you're getting tons and tons of likes and everybody loves you, like, you're a loser. Like, you want everything for that, and it doesn't matter. Don't be your authentic self. Post what you think is going to get the most amount of likes and shit, the most amount of traction, so you can be famous and have traction and sell things and, like, you know, basically be one of the Kardashians. I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? And we were talking about it because she brought it to me because she's like, she's struggling with it. She's just not sure. She's like, I don't know what to do. Now, all I can do is speak from example, right? Speak from personal experience and lead by example and speak from example, which is why I'm making this video. So many of you that are watching this now, I mean, most of you have been around for a while watching me. Many of you might be new people. I was getting 1 million views a month on YouTube. I get about 200,000 now, sometimes less than that. 1 million fucking views. And that is because YouTube in general, now my engagement on Instagram is way higher. My Instagram used to be lower, and my YouTube was the one that was my main social media thing. And the reason is I've changed. Everything about me has changed. My look has changed. The things I talk about have changed. My demeanor's changed. Things that I care about have changed. Everything has changed. So my thing was, I struggled with, well, if I really be the new me, who's like the evolution of who I am now, I'm going to lose all those followers. They don't give a shit. They want to see Meathead Jerry. They want to see Meathead Jerry lifting weights, being big, harming himself, because that's what you're doing with all the fucking drugs and being big. They want to see Jerry yelling at people and fighting with people and starting drama and shit, which I don't want to do anymore. I don't like that. But if I don't do that, my engagement's going to go down. And I struggle. I try to keep making those videos and then eventually realize, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, it's not even me anymore. And people started to see that I was not really me anymore. There was like little visions, kind of excerpts of me coming in, the new me, trying to be this old me. And to be truth be told, I kept shaving my head because when I started to take off in the social media, when people would notice me and recognize me at places, it was because I had looked a certain way. I was like, if I grow a full beard, they might not recognize me. So I left my face clean shaved, and every once in a while I grew a beard, and guess what? People actually recognize me. And I was like, well, I want to grow my hair out, but like it's gonna grow out in stupid stages, and it's gonna look stupid at certain points, and then people are not gonna like that, and they're gonna make fun of me online. I was like, I didn't do certain things that I wanted to do, right? I needed to be big. I'm like literally 198 pounds now. I need to be big or nobody's going to care. I had the same train of thought that fucking Rich Piana had, and that's what killed him. Trying to chase what people wanted him to be. Being something he was not. He was no longer that mutant guy. He was getting older. He was slowing down. He didn't like to train with super heavy weights. He didn't even like to train that much anymore at all. He told me flat out he trains for social media. But he thought everybody, because they perceived him a certain way, he had to be that. C.T. Fletcher was the same way. The conversation I had with him that time, he was surprised that people still pay attention to him because he didn't have the muscle he did. He doesn't work out like he did. And he talks about God now. That turns a lot of people off. But he was out there doing his thing, and people love him for it now. Now, his engagement may have gone down from what he did before because he's not the crazy CT before, but now there's new people coming up, and they like him for exactly who he is. And some people stuck around because of who he is. So, over time, yes, you've seen the change in me. You know, like I wear a fucking beaded necklace with Metatron's cube on it. Big fucking deal. I have a full head of fucking hair. I have a beard that's long as fuck. You know what I mean? I joined the Freemasons. I have spiritual tattoos on my fucking hands. There's a lot about me that's not the same as when I started. And I think that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. So what I don't want to do is have someone meet me and be like, that's not Jerry, man. He's not like that online. He's fucking totally different online. No. I want somebody to watch this and go, I know Jerry. I know him well. Have you ever met him? No, but I know him because it's fucking me. Like, you have to see the real you. So I was explaining to her, like, you know, we chase these likes and we chase this engagement and stuff. When I was with Primeval, the engagement that I got was fucking, I mean, they were shocked and I was shocked because that's what we were trying to do. I was being the authentic me at the time, and a lot of the younger guys responded to that. They wanted to be bigger. They wanted to hear what I was doing. They wanted to know how I did it. They wanted to know about drugs. I was talking about drugs openly, right? And then once that stopped, and I said, all right, I've already talked about drugs all this time. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Like, I'm not into it anymore. I don't take them anymore. I don't give a fuck about them anymore. Engagement started to go down a little bit, right? And with Primeval, you know, I looked at it as, well, I need to grow as an individual. I can't grow anymore in this company. I love Primeval. I love those guys. But, like, if I'm going to grow and do the things that I want to do, the concepts that I have for supplements, they ran that. So I had to step away from that and start my own thing, which they not only respected, but they supported, and they still support. So I'm like, wait a minute, you're trying to tell me that I'm going to go do my own thing based on what I want, and you're okay with that, and you support it, and you're happy for me, and will help any way you can? That was one of the defining moments of my life when, you know, and I don't want to say the owners' names because they like to be in the background, but, you know, one of the owners of Primeval is an extremely close friend. I consider him family still to this day, even if we don't talk a lot. Like, when he was accepting of that and was like, I got your back, anything you need, I'm here, I realized, fuck, my true friends, my true followers, the people that truly need to hear the messages that I have now are going to be there. The people that want to hear about steroids, they're not going to follow me now, but they're going to go back and watch those old videos. So those videos are there for them. So I have the stuff that was me then. I have the stuff that was me now. I'll have everything. I'll have a blend. You know, I started BioLighten TV, which is another YouTube channel, because I was keeping it separate. I was keeping that spirituality thing separate until I really just didn't give a fuck anymore. Like, I had to be myself. And I told her that it's like a snake shedding its skin, right? The snake fucking starts wiggling and pushing itself. Like, it's hard. It's painful to evolve, right? But eventually that snake sheds its skin and leaves its old skin behind, and now has this new beautiful skin, and it's doing its thing. And that's what has happened, right? That's what happens with all of us. None of us should be the same year after year after year. If you are, either you have a really shitty outlook on life and you're not fucking growing and going anywhere, or you're holding yourself back because you want people to like you. If that's the case, it's your fucking ego. It's not really you. Why would you want to be anything except your authentic self? For likes, for views? Well, guess what? Instagram's getting rid of the likes. They've already tested it, and they're going to do it. So all those people that worked all that shit and try to get all those likes and stuff, they're going to fucking be gone. Right? So you're not going to be posting fucking shit to get likes and stuff because nobody fucking sees them. You'll see them, but nobody else sees them, and they don't judge you on it based on how popular you are. And they did that because the content of Instagram has been going downhill and all repetitive because people are putting up the same fucking things, the same quotes, same pictures, recreating pictures because they want the likes that someone else got. Like, the whole spiritual community now, there's a lot of fucking posers out there because people like, okay, I was using for instance, for example, Kanye's into, you know, he's a born-again Christian. Well, people that are really into Kanye, oh my God, I'm going to be a born-again. They follow. They're not being their true authentic selves where they might be like, well, I don't want to become a born-again Christian, but I respect him for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard nowadays to be your true authentic self because everybody expects you to be a status quo. They expect you to be just another robot in the production line and be like everyone else and hear what everyone else has to say. They want to hear your opinion on what everybody else is talking about. And I get that a lot. You know, like, Jared, what's your opinion on this? What do you give a fuck? Like, it doesn't matter. A million people have a fucking opinion on that. Why do you care about my opinion? Right? Well, here's my opinion. And when they go, oh, I never thought about that because I have a different opinion. Right? Everybody's got an opinion. Why would I have the same opinion as someone else? I might, but I most likely won't because I look at things very differently. I look at things from the other person's point of view or other circumstances or whatever the case may be. Like, that wasn't me back in the day. Like, you guys know me for firing my mouth off and arguing to people. I just block people now. Boom, done. I don't argue with people about shit. There's no fucking reason to. Social media, my social media is my house. Your social media is your house. You don't walk into someone else's house and start talking shit to them right in the fucking the doorway, do you? No, you get a punch in the fucking face. Well, here, a block is a punch in the face to a lot of people. It's one of those things that shuts them the fuck up. They disappear. You erase it from the world. It's like having the gauntlet on your hand, the infinity gauntlet, and doing that. That motherfucker disappears. Right? And people don't like that. But for the longest time, I was like, well, if I delete somebody or block someone, they're just going to talk shit about me online. And then people are going to know that I'm sensitive and that Jerry can't fucking handle the... And then I was like, fuck you. Fuck you and whatever followers you have. Say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a rat's fucking ass. Because when you talk shit about me, someone's going to come over here and see what the fucking hubbub's about in my shit. Just like Jason Blah used to talk a lot of shit. Every time he talked shit, my fucking product sold better. Every time he talked shit, my following went up. Because people will come over expecting this fucking really dirtbag person, and they start hearing some things and go, it doesn't sound that bad to me. It actually sounds like he's got some fucking good head on his shoulders. They go through a little more of your content, like, huh, then they follow you. So it's like, it really doesn't matter. Like, people are going to judge you, and they're going to fucking say things about you, and they're going to tear you up, whether you're fucking being real or not. So you might as well be your true authentic self and not give a fuck what people are thinking and saying, because they're going to come after you anyways. It doesn't matter. The difference is you at least get to be your true authentic self, and you get to feel good about it. And my thing is, the people that have stuck around this long, thank you. You guys understand. You guys understand evolution. You understand that even though that meathead is still inside Jerry, it's not all I am anymore. Like there's many more aspects to my life, and that is a big part of this. Like I gave up just about everything in my life, relationships. I gave up playing in bands. I gave up doing art. I gave up everything for bodybuilding. Like I became just the bodybuilder. But all those other aspects that made me me are still me. I still enjoy doing them, but I gave them up. I got to be a bodybuilder. Bodybuilders don't do that. Like I created something that truly wasn't me. It was a part of me. Like bodybuilding is a part of me, but it's not me. I don't identify as Jerry the bodybuilder, Jerry is the competitor anymore, because that's just a small part of my life. And as I watch people stop competing and their social medias are changing, I think of one girl right offhand right now who stopped competing. You don't even see her physique anymore. She's got a great physique. She don't even post her physique anymore at all. It's all about her business. And she's not even in the fitness industry. She has a business selling fucking real estate. And she's very happy doing that with her fucking husband and her dogs. And I'm like, good for you for walking away and doing your own fucking things. Absolutely. I think that's fucking awesome that you can literally just do your own thing and be you and not give a fuck. I know other people, and the one girl I can think of right now, she told me she was fucking fed up with social media and how fake everybody is and stuff. She's disappeared off social media. Every once in a while she pops up to say something, but it's not fitness posts anymore. It's not any kind of egotistical shit that a lot of the other people are posting. It's not about companies, it's not about making money. It's about her true authentic self now. And I actually look forward to those posts now because I'm like, she fucking walked away. Now she shared a secret with me about something at an expo that is a part of her past, which her boyfriend or fiance knows. What's up, guys? You probably know who I'm talking about when you see this. You guys know who I'm talking about, that it's you. And she shared something with me that is similar to something in my past, but she was scared that people would find out and judge her. And I understood that because I used to be that way with the heroin thing until I realized, fuck, there's a million people out there addicted to heroin and opiates and all kinds of other shit. And the people that are going to judge me have just never seen that up close, but it's coming. It'll be there up close and on their doorstep at some point, whether it's a family member, friend. So why the fuck am I so embarrassed about it? Why can't I just be myself? And when I released that into the world, say, I'm a fucking heroin addict. What do you want to do about it? Like, what are you going to fucking make fun of me? Go ahead. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's who I am. Make fun of me for being real. What are you going to do about it? Like, if you take the ammunition away from people and own up to your shit and own up to who you really are, you take that away from people. So why wouldn't you want to do that in your social media? I want people to say, that's Jerry, and I met him, and he's the same fucking way, right? Like, there's a guy at the gym today who was like, said something about whatever it was, and he's like a follower of mine, and he just smiled, and I came over, and I engaged in the conversation for like 25 minutes. And he was just like, thank you so much for fucking chilling, man. This has been awesome. I'm like, cool. I said, I'll see you tomorrow. I got to go. Like, I get home to Aaron and Brady, and I got to get back online, and that's my thing is I want to be able to step in any situation, not have to be whatever character, avatar, whatever the fuck has been built. I can just be myself. I can answer shit the way that I answer it. I can be myself. Like, if you watch my lives, it's exactly like this. You watch me interact with people, I'm interacting like this. So I think that, tonight was a good conversation, and we went back and forth, and I think that hopefully she understands the stuff that I was talking about. Hopefully you understand, too, that, I value being true to myself and who I am and being honest a lot more than I value subscribers and followers. Now, the subscribers and followers are great to have. Like, I get 2 videos right now in here don't even have 1,000 views. Now, some people are like, Jerry, dying channel. I did that shit myself. I tanked this channel myself by being my true authentic self and going away from what I built it on. Now I'm basically in a rebuilding process where new people are coming in, finding the channel, and they're staying for the new Jerry as opposed to the old Jerry. And some people are, fuck you, and they take off. That's cool. There's a million people out there to follow that is like the old me. Go follow them. Watch them do bench presses. Watch them fucking take steroids. Do it. Because I've been there, done that, and I'm on to new things. And I'll always love the time I had being a competitor. Love the time I used steroids. Love the time that I built up my social media doing what I wanted to do, being the real me. But when it didn't suit me and it wasn't the real me anymore, I had to let go of it. It wasn't fair to myself, you guys, or anybody else to try to continue to be that old Jerry. Like, I don't think you guys realize just by not shaving my head, it's so freeing. Like, literally freed myself by going, I'm going to do what I want to do. And if it looks fucking stupid, I don't fucking care because it's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I told her, and I'm just bearing my soul here, guys. I'm just fucking being honest with you guys. This is about as real as it fucking gets. Like, this is literally me and what I've struggled with. That I was the Yeezy guy. You guys see all the sneakers behind me? I love sneakers. I love sneakers and I love Yeezys. And Yeezys were very rare, and I liked wearing things that nobody else wore because I don't want to be like everybody else. They were hard to get. They were super expensive, so it was something you wouldn't see everybody wearing. Like Jordan 1s. Everybody fucking wears Jordan 1s. I had like 2 pairs. One's the Travis Scotts that are up there, and one's the off-white red and blacks. But I really kind of was like, I'm the Yeezy guy. So I felt like every time I left the house, I had to have a pair of Yeezys on me. So I had like my V2s, I had my 700s, ones that went different outfits. I had combat boots made by Yeezy. I have fucking the 750s that are made by Yeezy. I have sandals that are made by Yeezy. And I left the house fucking wearing those sandals. Now, I mean, those shoes. And my thing is, I just like fashion in general. You guys know me. I've always been kind of like into that, even when I was younger. Like, not necessarily trendy, but I tried to do what I would express myself through the way that I dress. Like right now, I'm wearing a shirt that says, as above, so below. This is one of my own personal shirts that I created. This is something I probably wouldn't have worn 5-6 years ago, but this is how I am now. This is who I am now. So I'll fucking wear that. So I got in my head, like, I can't wear anything but Yeezys. So I had bought these combat boots, which I thought were badass. I never wore them because they weren't Yeezys. And at one point I said, fuck this, I'm going to wear what I want. So me and Aaron went out to dinner when I wore my fucking boots. And the waiter was like, who knows me as Mr. Yeezy guy, was like, oh, where's the fucking Yeezys? Exactly what I thought would happen. But I just kind of laughed it off. I said, tonight I felt like wearing these. They're fucking be the next Yeezys that come out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't like freak out about it. Like, what are you talking about? Fuck you, I can wear whatever I want. No, I realized his reaction because I put that in his head that I was the Yeezy guy. That's my fault. I'd say something like, I only wear Yeezys. Like, that's my fucking fault for putting that out there. So now I have to face up to that and say, hey, here's the deal. I'm not really into that anymore. I mean, that's just happened my whole life. I was really into this. And somebody said, like, I was really into playing in bands. And I've had people say stuff like, oh, you still don't play in bands anymore? You don't play in bands anymore? You don't play anymore? And stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, I didn't because I was into bodybuilding, right? But it's like I identified as the guy who played the guitar before, the guy who played bass, the guy who played drums, played in bands. But I was able to shift that into the bodybuilder thing and let it all go. And I was like, well, why am I fighting this bodybuilding thing? Because the bodybuilding thing brought me attention. It stroked my ego for a period of time where people loved me. They wanted to wait in line for hours to see me. They flew from those guys from the Middle East, came to see me, had no luggage, stood in line. When they were done, they had a half hour before they had to get back to the airport, go through security and fly back. They only came to see me for that one day from the Middle East. That's where I was at. And that fed my ego so much, I didn't want to let it go. And now what I have is, no, I don't have that same shit happening because I don't have the type of engagement from the people back then, but I have new people. And I watched my social media, my following at these expos go from all about dieting and drugs and all this shit to walking up to me, leaning into me, crying, telling me that they were addicted to heroin also. Wife and kids are behind him, and they don't know. I know something his wife doesn't know. Something clicked, and that was probably a year, 2 years ago that happened, maybe even 3 years ago that happened to me. And because we're in 2020 now. And it was LA, so that's coming up soon. So about 3 years ago that happened to me. I was with Primeval. And I remember thinking to myself, that's the most powerful thing I've ever seen. Like, fuck diet, fuck training. That guy just bared his soul to me in front of an expo full of people. The emotions coming out of his fucking eyeballs because he's crying. His wife has no idea. And I know because I made it okay for him to feel that way. To be like, it's not me, I'm not alone. Like, it's okay. And I said, holy shit. That's when I really stepped back and I was like, and then it was like one person after another coming up to me, and it was the workout stuff is going by the wayside, and the other stuff that was part of my life, who I really was. Oh, I play guitar too. Oh, like I was like, holy shit! It's all these other aspects of me that are happening. And then I realized, like, what am I doing? Like, I was still doing the competition thing. I was competing in physique, and when that all ended and I tore my pec, it really took the wind out of my sails to where I can't train the way I wanted to. I can't look the way I want to, and I don't want to be that big anymore. I just don't need to, and I don't want it. Why? I don't know. It just got to be something where I looked in the mirror and I didn't feel like myself. The big Jerry with the big fucking shoulders and the big traps, it just wasn't me anymore. And I can't explain it. I think everybody goes through something like that in their life where they change and you struggle with it because you don't want to, but it's like that snakeskin. You're trying to wiggle out of it and the real you is kind of is trying to come out, and the old you is kind of keeping you constricted, and you're trying to push out and you're constricting and push out. Eventually it's like having a fucking baby. Eventually you just pop out and you're the real you. And people either accept you or they don't. And some people go back into hiding and live their whole lives hiding as some kind of character because they're worried about, what people are going to think. Kanye, the born again Christian thing, he's talking about Jesus. That could turn a lot of people off. He comes out doing that shit and it's changing his following a little bit. It didn't change the way I felt about him. I don't give a fuck because I'm like, he's doing his own thing. Like, I look up to Kanye and say he's one of the only motherfuckers in the world who's real as shit. He'll change his mind on a fucking dime because he doesn't give a fuck. He'll go from being like, well, I fucking want, girls and hoes and all this shit to, oh my God, I'm into Jesus. Like the next day. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't think about his following when he has to chase. It's like, not at all. So I kind of look at it like that. And Gary Vee, same thing. He says the things that he wants to say. He does the things he wants to do. And people don't like it sometimes. They don't want to hear it. But he's like, that's the truth. And that's who I am. That's what I fucking do. So I'm looking at these people like, and they're really being their true authentic selves. And it's not about followers. It's not about that shit. It's about them not caring about what people think. And the people that need the information and need that example that they're setting are going to get it because they're going to gravitate towards them no matter what. So that was the whole discussion that we had about being a true authentic self. And I'm aware, guys, I'm aware that my numbers have tanked on YouTube. I don't fucking care. You know, I still do a video a day. Like a lot of people, I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of these YouTubers that, oh, I love YouTube. Where the fuck are they now? They get one video every 2 or 3 weeks, one video a month. Some of them don't even fucking make videos at all anymore because it was all about the fucking money. It was 100% all about the money. When people started seeing through that shit, when they started evolving and trying to be what they were, and people started seeing through that shit, the following started to decline. You got people with 1 million followers that can't crack fucking 200,000 views. That's fucking insane. 1 million followers can't crack 200,000 views. They were getting 2, 3, 5 million views before doing what they were doing. Their new self kind of came out, and people just kind of, they still kept following, but when they tried to go back to the other shit to do it, people were like, well, that's not how he was acting like 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? Like, well, who's the real him? They get confused. So it's like many people do that, and they you know, they just walk away. They wipe their hands. They fuck YouTube, walk away. It's not giving my ego that boost anymore. For me, it was never about an ego boost. It never was. It was about trying to give out information, help people. And then the ego thing started coming when I started getting the attention. But I still focused on putting out the best content I could, not for attention. Like I talked about the shit that nobody else talked about because it needed to be talked about, not because it's going to get hits, because it doesn't. Shit that nobody else is talking about doesn't get hits. Right now we're talking about Sean Roden and all. Why? Why am I going to do that? The poor guy's been fucking running around the fucking ringer for the last fucking year and a half. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Stop fucking talking about him just for hits. Leave him alone. I watched Rick Drazen. I'll call him out. Re-edit videos of Rich Piana and him and put them up. They've already been on your channel. Why the fuck are you putting them up now? You're exploiting Rich Piana because he's fucking still get those followers that want to see new shit. You're exploiting the fuck out of him to try to get views on your channel. That's all you care about. Like, that's the fucking truth. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe the shit that goes on, but it won't be me. What will be me is what you guys see here. That won't fucking change. It'll change as I change, and where it goes, I don't fucking know. Nobody knows. But we're not supposed to be the same. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to become better versions of ourselves. Nobody's perfect. So you're supposed to try to work towards perfection by the day you fucking die. And we'll never reach it, but you're supposed to be working towards that for the rest of your life. Why the fuck would you sit around and go, well, I need some likes because I've only been getting this. I got like 120 likes on a couple of my posts this week. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Then I put up some random thing that I didn't think anybody was going to even pay attention to, and they went up to almost 1,000. It's like, I'm just doing my fucking thing, and what people see and respond to, they see and respond to. What they don't, I don't give a fuck. Like, the 123 people liked it, that's cool. I'm glad they enjoyed it. Now they might go tell other people, they might repost it. That's cool, do whatever the fuck you want. But the bottom line is, chasing these numbers, like, you're going to lose yourself in it. You're going to lose who you really are in it. You're going to become something that, in the end, you're going to hate, and you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to be fucking ugly with what you're doing. So, be aware, guys. This is something that many people struggle with, and a lot of the top YouTubers struggle with this, and they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it because it makes me look weak, and I need to look strong to not be in their true, authentic selves. If you're not talking about this shit, like Bradley Martin talks about his anxiety and depression, that's fucking real shit. When I saw that motherfucker last year, and him and I had problems before, he walked by, and I went, Bradley, and he came over. He's like, what's up, man? I said, hey, man, I just appreciate you talking about the anxiety and the depression because that's real shit, man. My father went through that. I go through that. Like, that's real shit, and I feel for that, and I really appreciate you doing that. He fucking hugged me with it wasn't a bro hug. It was a fucking real hug. And he said, thank you so much, man. He fucking squeezed tight, and he held on. I was like, it's good, man. You know, I'm always here if you fucking ever want to talk about that shit because I go through it and struggle it too. And we bumped knuckles, and he fucking gave me a thumbs up. And then he had a whole bunch of people following him and trying to get to him and shit. But I thought it was important to let somebody know that being your true, authentic self is what's important. Doing the things that nobody else will do because they don't want to be looked at or looked down upon is what's important to do. What's important is to literally go out there and try to make the world a better place. And that doesn't always mean fucking lifting weights and showing how much you can lift. You know what I mean? Lifting weights and showing how much you can lift is what will draw people to you initially. It's how they find you because they're looking for that. But the messages that you give them about real life and what can help them is what's important. And that stuff I can't stress enough. So I've been babbling long enough. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. And catch you guys next time. BioStreetTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStreetTraining.com is a blog. It's a BioStreet bicep. Be your real you. See, flexing my arm, that's the real me. And we are out.